What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, taking a look at Space Marine 2 3.0 patch, which is kind of interesting because it's like their first big patch, but they're calling it 3.0. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It says, "Greetings, Marines. The newest patch for Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 is now live, packed with new features, and yes, it brings UltraWide support, and yes, it adds private lobbies in operations mode. So if you want to do some solo runs, you can do that. I'm not sure if it does bots or not. I haven't tried it out yet. But that's not all. There's a new sparring arena in the Battle Barge, available while in Operations or Eternal War mode. This brand new area is accessible directly from the launch bay. Once there, you'll be given your weapons and grenades as if you were in a PvP match and allowed to spar it out with your battle brothers ahead of your next mission. So if you're like grouped up, I guess you can spar it out. I don't think there's a way to actually just automatically join in with random people until you jump into a mission. We've also introduced the option to reset custom color presets and replace them by predefined ones instantly. You can find the complete list of improvements and changes below, which we're going to jump into. We truly appreciate your reports and feedback, and we hope you'll enjoy the improvements brought by this update. Thank you, Marines. The Emperor protects." So it says patch notes, new features, the hub sparring arena, a new special arena on the Battle Barge available in Operations and Eternal War game mode where players can compete in friendly PvP with players in their squad, ultra-wide support for PC. Let me know how that looks for you guys. I don't have ultra-wide monitors. Private mode for Operation mode that gives players ability to play Operation alone with bots, oh there's my question, or alongside one friend without being matchmaked with random players during missions. I guess one friend makes sense because you could just do the other one if you had two friends. Added what's new and message of the day. Added option to reset custom color presets. Gameplay and balancing tweaks. The marking tool has been updated. Improved responsiveness and comfort of social wheel control with the mouse. Disabled unnecessary objects that do not require highlighting and works poorly with it. There are several minor bug fixes. And this thing right here real quick is resetting your color palettes is what it's showing here. Power Fist damage for fully charged attacks has been greatly increased. For heavy plasma, the base ammo has been increased by 5. Blast damage radius increased. Overheat per shoot drastically decreased from 50 to 30 for charged shoots and from 20 to 15 for base shooting. Base damage slightly increased by 10%. That whole sentence is like, what? Radius spelled wrong, overheats. Alright, med stems restore contested health in addition to actually healing. Aux grenade launcher ammo now can be refilled only with the ammo boxes and cannot be refilled from the infinite ammo cache. Campaign difficulty. Enemy aggressiveness on veteran difficulty and campaign decreased for better single player experience. Player health on veteran difficulty and campaign is slightly reduced to compensate for AI aggressiveness and armor management updates. So even though they made the aggressiveness a lot lower or a little bit lower, they also decreased your health to kind of balance it out a little bit. So you guys have to see how that feels. Bots, various inhibiting restrictions were lifted, allowing bots to be more helpful and effective while still not beating the game for the player. Bots will now help focus fire zoanthropes when the player attacks them. Heavily ease restrictions on bots finishing off enemies instead of leaving them for the player to reduce annoyance. Right, you're going to finish off an enemy and the bot just like, I got him. You're like, ah. Bots are now allowed to help with gargoyle objectives. They fixed a variety of bugs related to bots getting stuck and fixed a bug where bots can run out of ammo on weapons without a magazine. There was a point in time where I was trying to kill an enemy and like all the enemies were coming at me and the bots were just kind of like standing there watching them. Like, can y'all just like at least shoot them or something? Tweaked AI director and spawn rules of chaos enemies in operation mode. Max numbers of Zangors with shield on the arena at the same time reduced from 10 to 4. Max number of cultist snipers on the arena at the same time reduced from 10 to 3. Max number of Zangors on the arena at the same time reduced from 30 to 20. Max number of Rubric Marines with bolt guns on the arena at the same time reduced from 8 to 5. And max number of Rubric Marines with warp flamers on the arena at the same time reduced from 4 to 3. I wonder how that's going to affect Horde mode when that comes out. If it's going to be like less enemies on the field, or if they're going to keep the numbers they had before these changes for Horde mode. Perfect Parry has been updated, now restores armor for killing Minoris, not only for countering their special attacks. Regarding block and fencing weapons, a bug has been fixed in Perfect Parry window for fencing weapons. Now it has 20 frames window for Perfect Parry and 10 frames of vulnerability at the end of the animation, instead of 30 frames of Perfect Parry for full animation, as it was intended originally. Assault class base ground pound damage has been increased by 30%, and armor boost drops from destructible crates are now less common. Cooldown raised from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Now remember, this is just in operations mode, so don't get excited about the assault class ground pound damage. For PvP, they've improved player spawn systems. It should make spawn killing more difficult. Sometimes it kind of happens unintentionally, like your team just has to be on that side when everybody just spawns in, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to kill you because you're here. There's no, oh, let me run away first, because you can't really communicate that, and if you try to run away, the other team's going to shoot you because you're there. So that's good that they've improved player spawn system. I haven't had a chance to try that out yet. Reworked Vanguard's grapnel launcher in PvP. Instead of full stun, it will now stagger enemy and will slow him down drastically, which makes more sense because you are really locked in place. And it's kind of crazy that you couldn't do anything when you got grappled. It's really strong in that sense. If people were really good at hitting that combo with a grenade or firing off right away. For AI, it says reduced ability to stun lock enemies with ranged attacks across all AI characters. Accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking from off screen, and accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking melee engaged players. Regarding Hormagaunts and Zengers, melee damage now deals specific amount of damage instead of removing one complete armor segment per attack. For Zoanthropes, they've increased Psychic Scream damage sparsing time from 0.5 seconds to 2 seconds to prevent one-shot damage. Psychic Scream damage reduced from 11 to 8, Psychic Scream effective range reduced from 50 to 40 meters, and Psychic Scream cast range is reduced by 10 meters. For Termagants, Flesh Borer spray attack damage reduced from 1 to 0.5, Flash Borer spray attack damage reduced from 0.3 to 0.1, Tyrannid Warrior with Devourer projectile damage reduced from 0.9 to 0.6 per projectile, Rubric Marine with Warp Flamer, Icon of Flame damage reduced from 9 to 6, Flamer Burst damage reduced from 6 to 4 per shot, Flamer Shooting damage reduced from 6 to 4 per projectile, health reduced by 10%. For the Rubric Marine with Bolt Gun, spray attack damage reduced from 1.5 to 1, Precise Shot Attack with Red Indicator damage reduced from 4 to 2 per projectile, reduced frequency of teleports used to disengage players to make them less annoying to fight, health reduced by 10%. For the Zangor with Shield, HP greatly reduced. For the Carnifex, Rage phase updated, Carnifex becomes faster and more aggressive. Taunt frequently reduced, and fixed the bug where his Cone of Thorns attack wouldn't fire projectiles. So they made him a little bit stronger, gave him a little buff. People were able to take out Carnifexes pretty quick, I think. Hive Tyrant, high health slightly increased. Resistance to explosives and melted weapons increased by 20%. So the Hive Tyrant also gets a little buff. For customization, they fixed icon color for the Administratum Gray, Auric Armor Gold, and Celestia Gray colors. They fixed several issues with default colors being wrong on some chapters, like Iron Warriors. The Vanguard Relic Right Grief part now requires 29 victories instead of 36. They added a color pattern called Greaves Pattern, allowing the player to customize bottom and top half of the leg separately. So you see here on this image, they have gold tops and black bottoms. So they're separate in that color, and they're showing you what it looks like. So you'll see this icon now in the menu. For maps, they fixed several issues that were preventing players from progressing with some levels. They fixed a lot of minor collision issues. They tweaked Dust Storm density and duration and ballistic engine operation. They tweaked Helldrake fire timings on the bridge and the reliquary operation, and trials can now be accessed via Hypnomat and Armory. For the general fixes, they fixed the bug where changing loadout mid-operation would restore your health. No, people aren't going to be happy with that. It improved jump pack abilities responsiveness, fixed several issues in trials, fixed a bug where in some rare cases controls will stop working after performing a finisher. They fixed a bug where player does not receive armor data from Hellbrute spawned from Chaos Portal. They fixed a bug that caused Vanguard's Adrenaline Rush perk description to show 1% instead of actually 10%. They fixed announcer spam and Eternal War mode. They fixed multiple ways of duplicating ammo in operations mode. They fixed a bug where grapnel launcher would get cancelled if overlapping by small geometry. They fixed a bug where tactical perk Emperor's Vengeance did not work with Plasma Incinerator. They fixed a bug where several weapons could restore more than actual contested health, example Meltas, AoE weapons, etc. They fixed several issues that were causing loss of saves, fixed an unidentified voice at the end of the story that was assigned to the wrong character, lots of minor UI fixes and improvements, lots of minor animation fixes and improvements, and localization fixes. So that's it. It wasn't really that long of a patch. I like how everything was pretty nice and tightly packed up and wrapped in here. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully more patches are like this, more concise, not really super long, and just kind of targeting major issues and fixing some things and just getting ready to have things put into the next patch, because you know, you don't want to see a patch that's like nothing was done, even though that would be nice. But so that's cool. What do you guys think about the updates and the notes for the patches, the armor changes, the color changes, some of the buffs and nerfs? Let me know in the comments how it has been playing for you if you've had the chance to play. I haven't had a chance to play since it dropped, which was today, since I recorded it. So I haven't played it yet, but let me know what you guys think about how it all goes. I'm definitely ready to jump into those operations modes now that they have the private mode in. It's something I was waiting for that. And then we're also looking forward to seeing what the next season thing is going to be. So that should probably be the next update, is the season patch, where it adds in all the new seasonal content stuff that's supposed to be coming. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. You're here for some Warframe news. I'll be here with that as long as they drop it. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.